Joanna Whitney, she does what she calls an aurograph, and they are very interesting. I loved mine. You guys want to check this out. I think she's really got good intuition about stuff like this, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. Tell us about your auragraphs, Joanna.
Um, excuse me, I probably have a frog in my throat, but I developed Auragraphs because actually I've been a fine artist all my life, and I have a master's in fine art. And one day I went to the museum in Denver, and I was appalled at the art that I saw because it really seemed to be mocking the viewer. So I started thinking like, what could I do that would connect people to art again? You know, what could I do something that would be an intimate relationship between them and artwork, not just to, um, make the rug and the wallpaper go together. And so from that point, I developed these autographs. I mean, I've been doing intuitive artwork since 1989, and that doing that every day developed my psychic abilities.
It
And
does.
I started having like downloads from the ether as a result of doing intuitive painting. And so I wondered if I could do it like one-on-one with another person. So in 2012, I met a psychic online and asked her if I could try it out on her. And
Mhm.
it worked. She said I had the gift, so I just had to practice it. So I started doing it, and at first I was very nervous and perfectionistic until I got kind of into the groove, and I've been doing it now since 2012. And I've done it live at um, First Friday Art Walks, and
Mhm.
um, also a lot online. And during the lockdowns, I provided a free service on Craigslist to try to help people connect to the source, help them to using the talisman part of the orograph to have a way out of the psychic prison they could be in as a result of that insanity we were subjected to. And so yeah, now I'm pretty comfortable doing it. And I continue to do everything else that I always was doing, like other intuitive painting and stuff.
Right, right. Well, I'm certainly hoping that you'll come to Shaman's Camp in August. That would be wonderful.
Oh, what's that? Tell me about that.
Oh, Shaman's Camp. Every year we have Shaman's Camp where we gather together healers and intuitive artists, visionary artists. We have a month-long show at a local gallery, and we meet for 3 days and camp out and do ceremony and all
Wow,
that.
that sounds like fun. I look forward to getting some information on that so I can put it on the calendar.
Yeah, I'll definitely send you some because I would love to have you there. Maybe give a little workshop or something.
In August, yeah, I could definitely probably I just have I mean nothing's planned to August yet. So
It's the last weekend of August, 25th through the 27th, here in Hotchkiss. And I'll send you a bunch of
yeah,
stuff
send
on
it
it.
to me. I don't have anything to write it down on right at the moment. So
That's okay. Anybody else who's interested, any of viewers, you go to shamanscamp.com and you'll find out all about it. So you also have written a couple of books, haven't you? Or you developed an oracle deck. Can you tell us about
yes,
that?
yes. Well, I did two things. You're right. I compiled a book. I didn't write a book. I compiled a book about natural law, which is the basis of the how I interpret the orographs, and I created a natural law oracle deck as a starting point for the readings. Because if I just It's just, I need a starting point. There's too much information out there when I start drawing. So, natural law is what is governing our earth. It's discoverable. It's, basically the golden rule: do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And, so, but that's such a broad statement nowadays. How do you do that? Do unto others. I mean, there's jokes out there: do unto others before they do unto you, or ask forgiveness rather than asking permission. That's been thrown around online for a while, like that's some cool thing to do, but that's a totally in violation of uh, you know treating others as you would want to be treated. So natural law is also the 7 principles from the Kabbalion, plus the 8th principle, the lost principle of care. So I've made this oracle deck similar to the Lenormand deck, that has all of those principles in it, and some mundane principles as well. More mundane, meaning like the seasons and some familial imagery, so that I could pull a card to start the drawing with if I was at a live event. And then I just developed that deck. So I use it to initiate the reading, so I know what the reading is generally going to be about as I start the drawing. And depending on how much time I have to do the drawing, it's very helpful as well. Sometimes I have 20 minutes to do the drawing. Sometimes I have an hour or a couple of hours. Or if I'm doing it like I did yours, I have as much time as I want. So with yours, I just spent, several days receiving the information.
Wow.
So, and then perfecting the drawing, asking, well, what's that? Well, what is that? What's that? And just letting it come in.
Cool. That is so cool when you start connecting into your intuition, because you just think, oh my God, I never would have thought of that on my own.
Oh, no, no, no.
I've
I use my
learned,
intuition. I use
yeah,
my intuition all the time for everything,
it just works so
especially in
much
this
better.
crazy world. I know, we're so
Yeah.
much better. Why bother using my logical brain?
When it
Because
doesn't work
especially,
nearly as well.
well, I mean, is anything logical out there right now, really?
It
Does
doesn't feel
anything really
like
make
it, does
sense?
it?
No. So why
No.
bother?
No, it really doesn't. Um, do you have, I don't have it right here, but if you have my drawing, you could show it to the viewers.
Oh, yeah, it's in my sketchbook. Hold on.
I should have,
Yeah, I do everything in a sketchbook. So if here's your drawing, but it might be backwards. Is it
yeah.
backwards?
No, it's
Okay.
fine. I mean,
Uh-huh.
if it's
So that's the
backwards, I
drawing.
can't tell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's your drawing.
very
So
cool.
yeah, I mean, I had no idea what this was when I first did it. I was like, "What? Why are there 2 people? Oh, they're her. They're both her. Oh, okay." It took me a while to figure it out. But yeah, I carry this little sketchbook with me, and whenever I go into a place where I have to sit and listen or something like that,
You sit there and
I
sketch.
just I do my drawings. Yeah.
I always did that when I was a kid in school. I was drawing on everything. Every time I had to hand in a paper, I'd have to erase all the drawings off of it before I handed it in. I bet you were like
Right.
that
We got
too.
in trouble for that, didn't we?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Don't be writing all over that. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Yeah, it's the
Wow.
only way I process information.
Yes, me too. Me too. And the intuitive drawing, you still teach that, right?
I
Intuitive.
teach intuitive painting
Mhm.
and other methods. I'm actually trying to develop something for Zoom, but I haven't really been able to because of the factor of being live is so I don't think you can capture the power on the internet.
It doesn't seem
Is
like it would be enough time, because you kind of have to let things percolate.
Well, with intuitive painting, there's an element of the group that is developed. Once the group of people is together, the energy flows through the whole group, and that I don't see how that would work online, really. Like you have to
Oh,
be able to, you know, walk through the room and see what other people are doing, and just feel that spiritual energy etherically,
mm-hmm.
and in the etheric element,
I'm,
like prana, or like what people think is just, empty space is actually spiritual energy. And so I don't really see that as being translatable into the internet
I'm
or
having
a
problems
workshop.
with it too, thinking, I know that a lot of shamanic stuff is transmitted energetically, and you actually need to be in the presence of the shaman to get it, I think. But I guess if you're
Well,
both,
you can do you can do distance healings, right? But it's different when I'm doing a actual art workshop that's hands-on with paint, to translate that, and then also to have the members of the class all together is very important.
mm-hmm,
So you can do distance healing with a shaman, right? I mean, with like Reiki or whatever, that's doable. But to actually have an experience like the one that I have had from the intuitive painting class, I don't see how you could be an observer, but I don't see how you could really participate, because
right,
of the interaction between the actual people in the same room together,
right.
which
So,
is important.
so it'd be perfect if you could come here and give a workshop.
I'm gonna try to do that too.
Okay,
Is that in addition to the August thing, or is that separate?
that is August.
Oh, that's August. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll definitely talk about that.
Okay. All right. What else are we missing? Oh, tell us how they can get a hold of you.
Um, I have a couple of websites. I have my old website, joannawhitney.weebly.com, which is my original website. And then I'm developing a new one, intuitiveart.net. So
Okay.
the first one has all of my work on it from all the way back to the 90s, if anybody wants to see that. But the new one is basically just Auragraphs and intuitive coaching and stuff like that.
And that's
But
intuitive art.
I'm making it myself, so
It's taken a while, huh?
it's a little clunky. It's a little, I mean, I think I figured it out, but like if it if you can't reach me that way, then go back to the other one. And of
Okay.
course, my phone number and my email address.
Okay. And do you want to give those online, or do you want to just
Oh,
have?
sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Sure. So my email address is joanna.whitney, WHITNEY, at zoho.com, ZOHO. And my phone number is 720-243-0545.
Great. Okay. So if you want to order an autograph, I would highly recommend it. Just give her a call. Thanks
Thank
for
you so
being,
much for having me on.
yes, thanks for being with us.